Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing 4 Against the Abyss. If you watched my last episode, you will have seen my crew get almost destroyed. I fled that dungeon and went back and spent some money to buy some supplies, and I'm going to pick a different dungeon this time. I could go back to the one I did. It's sort of, you can do it. You have to basically start over with a monster. So you basically re-roll for the rooms you go into. But I'm going to start fresh with a new dungeon, having learned my lesson. One of the things I have done between that episode and this one is I have hired a couple hirelings. I have hired a bodyguard for my wizard. He has 3 health, +1 attack, and +2 defense because I paid to outfit him with a 2-handed weapon and heavy armor. I also hired a dungeon guide and gave him light armor and a light weapon, so he's -1 attack. I forgot to write that down. -1 attack and +1 defense. He only has 2 hit points. However, he can, once per game, there's a list of things he can do. You can only do one of them. I could re-roll a room contents, re-roll a wandering monster. I can re-roll a search, and I can also re-roll a treasure, is it? No, not a treasure. Let's see. It's a re-roll a room, re-roll a search. So if I don't like a room, I could re-roll it. I don't know why you would want to re-roll a room, but I guess you could. All right, my crew are starting out. One thing I need to do is get 2 miniatures to represent these guys. So I am going to use these 2. And it'll still be, this one has to go next to my wizard so that he can take the hit if he needs to. I can choose when he guards the wizard versus not guards him. And then I'll put the other one in the middle here. So let's go ahead and get started. And you divide up combat amongst all of them. So if there's 6 monsters, each one of them will get 1 monster starting out. All right, so let's go ahead, and I should have left them over here. I don't know what I was thinking. Put them over here, and we will roll for the starting room. It's a D6. I rolled a 1, which is a room with 3 doors. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It only goes up 2. There's a door here. 1, 2, a door here, 1, 2, and a door there. That's perfect. And this is the entry room, so I don't have to worry about wandering monsters in there. And we'll go ahead and go through the leftmost door. Roll my green is always high in my games. A 1, 2. A 1, 2 is just a hallway with a door at the end. 3. With a door. Now going through hallways, I always put my rogue and my warrior facing whatever's ahead, because if there's a trap, the rogue can defend it. All right, let's see. I need to roll for what is in the corridor. I rolled a 6. You add them. A 6 is vermin. We encounter some vermin. So the 4 Against the Abyss vermin table is on page 49. You roll a D6. Roll a 5. D6 +1 Cobalt Ghouls. 5 Cobalt Ghouls. And the Cobalt Ghouls are right. They're vermin. Where are my vermin? Cobalt Ghouls. Right here. So you can know what I'm fighting. Cobalt Ghouls, they are level 7. And they are undead, which is good for my cleric and good for my rogue because he has a weapon that is +1 versus undead. So, no treasure. A character wounded by a Cobalt Ghoul must save versus level 6 poison or be paralyzed. Elves immune. A paralyzed, yeah, more ghouls. All right, since there's 5 of them, what I will do is put these out here. The only two that can fight are the ones in front, and the ones in back can fire spells over it. So the way this works is there are 5 of them. So I'll give 1, 2, 3 to my barbarian, and I'll give 1, 2 to my rogue. And since they're immune to sleep, there's no point in doing that. Let's go ahead and attack. The warrior is +7. I will be rolling a D8 for this, which, where's my D8? Right here. He is plus 7. That is an exploding. That is 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 into 7 will go 2 with the remainder. So he destroys 2 of them. And that's all he can do. Now the rogue, we outnumber them now. There are only 3. So I get my full +7. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to roll to see if they flee. They flee on a 1 to 3. Oh, they do. All right, off they go. And that was Vermin. So I get no XP for that. Okay, let's keep going through this door right here, and they were no treasure. Yeah, no treasure, so nothing there. The next door is a 5-1. 5-1 is a hallway that splits. So it goes up 1, over and up 2, like a Y, with a door here and a door here. What is in this corridor? A 10. 10 is a trap. That's why I love putting my rogue up there. All right, the traps are on page 47. You roll a d6. I rolled a 5. An electric blast. All characters must save versus level 7 electricity. Now, before I do, I can try to disarm it. You add his, I roll a d8, I add his level, which is 7, and as long as I don't roll a 1, he'll disarm it. He disarmed it. All right, good. Let's go through the leftmost door again. That is another corridor, 1, 2, isn't it? Yep. All right, so it's the Dungeon of Corridors. What is in here? 3, which is a trap, another trap. All right, roll a d6. A 1, a dart shooting mechanism. This trap is level D8 plus 3. Ooh, it's a level 11. So before I do anything, I got to disarm it. If I roll a 4 or higher, I did. 4 plus 7 is 11, and so he disarms it, my rogue. Let's go through that door. That is a 2-3, which is a hallway, a room with 1 door. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1, up 3, over 2, up 3, and a door right here. All right, what is in this room? That is a 10, which is a weird. All right. The weird is on page 56. Roll a d6. I rolled a 6, which is a Lich. I could use my dungeon guide to re-roll the room contents right now. The Lich is level 10. Now I have 6 people attacking him. But he attacks 4 times, 3 treasure rolls, 2 XP rolls. Let's fight him. Why not? All right. The Lich, which is a weird. The Lich. The Lich is a level 10. Level 10. He has 8 life points. So 80 health, basically. 8. 4 attacks. Before we get started, it says all characters gain 1 madness. Okay, so 1 mad, 1 mad. Now when you leave a dungeon, you automatically heal 1 madness. So if you only have 1, you're okay. In addition, all characters must save versus level 6 fear or have -1 on their attack rolls until the Lich takes 2 wounds. Any spell cast at the Lich has a 1 in 6 chance of being nullified. There is a 2 in 6 chance the Lich is accompanied by D6 skeletal warriors. No. Okay. All right, let's fight him. So we will have a stand-in here for the Lich. Let me get a mini for that. He's worth getting a miniature for. The Lich is right here. All right. Standing up against a Lich. So I'm going to put my warrior, my rogue, the bodyguard, and my cleric. They all have the best chance of hitting him. My rogue and my wizard will stand back and fire spells if I need to. All right, before we get started, they all have to make that roll. So it says you make a level 6 fear. Well, these 2 guys, they only roll D6. They don't roll a D8. So they got to roll a natural 6 to do this. He fails it. Let's do this one. He fails it. So they are at -1 attack. Normally my bodyguard is +1. So now he's at +0. And this guy is -1. You know what? I'm going to put my rogue in there. Why not? He's got a high defense. All right. So they failed it. So let's start with the barbarian. Now we go to D8s. The barbarian needs to beat a 6. He does. He's good. The cleric does not. The cleric is -1 on attacks. The rogue is -1 on attacks. And the wizard is -1 on attacks. Is it melee attacks? Attack roll. So that's different than a casting. I think that's right. I will treat it as an attack. And then this guy. Okay, so they all failed it except for the barbarian. These 2 are also -1 and -1. All right, let's attack. The barbarian. Let's do the wizard first. Let's see if we can get that -2 knocked out. So the wizard has a spell that takes 2 life off. I think it's lightning.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
Lightning, attacking a boss, it inflicts 2 life points. So the wizard is -1. His level is 8, so he adds his level when casting a spell, but he's at -1, so he's adding 7 to this roll, and he needs to beat a 10. 5 plus 7 is 12, so he beats it. So he does cast the spell, and it inflicts 2 life points, so he's down to 6, which means, if I read it right, after they take the -2, any spell, all right, hold on. Oh, you know what? Any spell cast of the Lich has a 1 in 6 chance. Is it nullified? No. All right. Okay, so all these -1s go away because the Lich took 2 life. All right. Excellent job, wizard. Let's have the warrior go. He has +7 attack. 11, we'll do 1 more. He's down to 5. The priest, this is an undead, so she adds her level, which is 6. So her attack is +3, and she adds her level. Does it stack? I think it does. Warrior adds his level. Cleric. The cleric adds full level when he attacks, for example. Okay. So normally she's +3. She's +3 because of weaponry. Cleric, okay, so we're undead. So a cleric adds their full level, which is +6, and she has a +1 weapon, so she is +7 attack. +7 attack. 10, that will do it. She's down to 4. The Lich is down to 4. Now the Lich is under half, so its level goes down to 9, and it will make a morale roll. Unless it says the Liches don't make morale rolls, do they? It doesn't say that they're immune to morale rolls, so... And if it runs, it's the same as beating it. So that's good for me. Let's see, leveling up. I just want to confirm that because that's a pretty big one. Attacking monsters, okay. Morale. Fleeing. Monsters that flee, you may not chase them, you still gain their treasure. When a boss loses more than half its life points, its level drops by 1 and it must make a morale roll. On a 3 or less, the boss flees. You roll a d6. The boss flees. That Lich hightails it out of here. Woohoo! Which means I get 2 XP rolls. And I also get 1 on the final boss. A weird counts as towards your boss counter. Okay, let's go back and check it because it says I get 3 treasure rolls. So let's do that. 3 treasure rolls is awesome. Treasure is on page 48. So, and you roll a d8. So let's do the first one, which is d8 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35 gold. I'll give that to the warrior. Second treasure roll. 1 random item from the magical defense table. All right, that is on page 53. You roll a d6. 4, magic shield. This gives a +2 defense and may be used by any character. I will give that to... No, I can't give it to the bodyguard because he's got a 2-handed weapon. Magic shield. I've already got the warrior with 1, and the dungeon guide cannot use 1. The cleric, can the cleric use a shield? Cleric has heavy armor. Clerics can only use heavy armor and a shield. I will give it to her. She is now D +6 because that is a +2 shield. Nice. That's magic shield. +2. All right, and then the last treasure is same thing. 1 random item from the magical defense. It doesn't tell you what you can sell these for. You roll a d6. 2, a cross against vampires. Gives +2 defense rolls against vampires. A character may wear a single cross. Let's give that to the wizard. Actually, let's give it to the cleric. +2 cross defense versus vampire. Okay, excellent. Let's do those XP rolls. Now my cleric, my poor cleric, is stuck at level 6 while everyone else is 7 or 8. So let's try to roll her. One thing you do is you add 2 to this die, and then you add, or you're trying to beat her current level, which is 6. So I need to roll a 3 or higher on here. Is that right? 2 + 3 would be 5. No. I need to roll a 5 or higher. A 4 would be 4 + 2 is 6, which is her level. So I need a 5 or higher. I got it. So she levels up to level 7. Her max health goes up to 11. Her defense goes up to +7 versus undead. Her defense doesn't go up automatically. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking there. It does versus undead. Okay. And I have 1 more roll left. They all need to get to level 9 before I can move on to the next book, which is this one, 4 Against the Forsaken Depths. Much more difficult. Okay. Let's do the warrior. I need to roll higher than a 7, and I add 2 to this die. I fail it. All right, so those are gone. All right, we're in this room. We did the treasure. It was a Lich. I did the treasure rolls. I did the XP rolls. Let's go through that door. That is a 5-1. I keep re-rolling the same things. 5-1 is a split hallway. With 2 doors. What's in the corridor? 7, which is a minion. Once again, only my warrior and rogue will be up there. And we need to roll for the minions. Page 52, roll a d6. That's a 3. 2d6 minus 1 dark elves. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 dark elves, they are level 8. 2 treasure rolls. If a sleep spell is cast, 2 in 6 chance it fails. They will be immune or not. Okay, so yeah. All right, not too bad. So the warrior will fight 1, and the rogue will fight 1. They are minions. So the warrior is plus 7 on his attack. 3 plus 7 is 10, which beats 8, so he kills his. They are down to half. Do they flee? They do. The other one flees. That is an XP roll, or a minion killed. And it did say it's two treasure rolls. Hey, this is the treasure game. Roll a d8. 6, 1 random magic item from Abyss magic items. Roll a d6. A 1, an amulet of protection versus undead. You know what? Everyone has one, so I'll give that to the bodyguard. Amulet versus undead. Okay. And then 1 more roll on the treasure. A d8. I rolled a 3, a scroll with a random spell. And the random spells are... They're on page 24 and 25. And to roll, here it is. You roll a d6 to determine the spell. It's a 6, reverse gaze. So I got a scroll of reverse gaze. Okay. Let's go through this north door, the one on the left. Ooh. 6-5. It's a long hallway. Now, if I draw that hallway, it's going to go 3 up, over 1, and then 3 up to a door. It's not going to, it's going to hit this wall. So what I can do is I can count the number at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I'll do is I'll have it go up with a door here. Wow, that is one weird dungeon. This whole side is is blank. All right. So same number and a single door. So what is in this corridor? That's an 8, which is empty. All right, through that door. That is, I'll re-roll that since it was cockeyed. 2-4. 2-4 is a room with 2 door exits. So what I can do is draw the room and add a door to the south and one to the east. So it's a 2x3. So 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a 2x3 with another like that. And I'll put a door right here. Okay. What is in this? Well, hold on. Then there's a door right here. What is in this room? 10. A weird. Man. All right. Let's see what we have. If I roll another Lich. Roll a d6. I rolled another Lich. Do I want to fight it? Yeah, let's fight it. All right, so I have another Lich. The Lich is level 10, 4 attacks, and 8 life. Level 10 and 8 life. All right, once again, I will line them up like I did. Let's see, Cleric, Rogue, and the Warrior. Okay, there we go. The Bodyguard will guard the Priest. All right, they all need to make that roll. So let's do the Bodyguard first. He needs to roll a 6. He fails it. The Dungeon one needs to roll it. Fails it. He's -1. Everybody else, the Warrior fails it. He's -1. The Cleric fails it. -1. Running out of dice. Rogue, -1. Watch my Wizard make it. He does. It was a 6 or higher, right? Yep, he did it. All right, so the Wizard is okay. So once again, we are going to have the Wizard cast Lightning. I forgot to scratch one out. I'll scratch out the second one. He rolls a d8 and adds his full level this turn because he's not under the fear. So he's adding +8. 8 + 8 is 16, more than enough to take 2 life points off of him, which gets rid of all of these -1s. And the Wizard went. And that is going to have to be it for this video. I try to keep these under 30 minutes. So in the next episode, we'll see how my crew comes up against this Lich. Things are already looking sort of good, but you never know in this game. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of 4 Against the Abyss. I'll be back in a week with the next episode. Until then, everybody, take care.